The sounds of Matchbox 20, and If You're Gone on 1FM 91.3. It's the morning drive on a midweek Wednesday. And today in the studio, we're joined by Beverley Yo. He is with the 365 CPS team, the care and support team, actually. Hi, Bev.
Hey, hi.
Can I call you Bev?
Yes, sure.
Yes.
Okay, so you're now officially Bev.
Yeah. We were supposed to have Madam Vijay Bala Rai come in. She's a two-time cancer survivor. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it last minute, okay? But we're going to have a good chat with Beverley because it's so exciting what you guys do. First and foremost, tell us more about 365 CPS.
What is it?
Yes.
Well, 365 is really a non-profit organization, right? Our mission and vision and whatever that we do circles around serving the cancer patients, right? So we have programs, we have services, all curated and specially delivered to them, right? So we want to care for them. So this is what 365 is about, really.
Yeah.
So you're a non-profit organization.
Yeah, so CPS stands for Cancer Prevention Society.
Right.
And I was just looking at the website. There's a whole load of stuff that you guys do, but the core thing that you do is to provide care and support, right? What does that entail?
Well, this is where I come in, right? I'm part of this. I'm part of this team, actually. It's really a special department that I take pride in, right? Because we are client-facing. We deal with them every single day. And when I say every day is different, it's truly different because the cases that we deal with, the clients that we face, is different every day. Okay? So the core of it is really to provide care and support through the various means, such as visitations to them.
Okay, so you go to their homes.
Yes.
Okay. And what would you do at their place?
There's an element of befriending when we visit them, right? And then we also, through our own framework and assessment, we try to find out what gaps they are facing, right? So in terms of social gaps, financial gaps, practical gaps, we try to fit them into the services that we provide here at 365.
So what are the critical needs? I mean, beyond the medical treatment for someone who's suffering from cancer, what are the critical needs that they would have?
This is really a loaded question because there's so many angles to look at it, right?
Yeah.
I think first and foremost, the most important one's got to be the emotional and the psychosocial part of it, right? Because at that point of diagnosis, beyond cancer treatment, beyond whatever the medical doctors prescribe to them, they are facing distress, being handled this news could be at the prime of their life. On top of that, they are also facing identity changes, role changes at home. So we are really here to provide them that kind of assistance to navigate through these dark times.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, we're going to continue this chat with Beverley on Facebook. So join us there.
Mornings are now the best.
So, Beverley, we talk about the critical needs of someone who's going through cancer beyond medical treatment. Do you guys also help with the caregivers, or is it just the patient?
Right. I think the core of it is that we provide care to the client. However, we can't neglect this caregiver because it happens in the systems, right, where they interact with different systems at home. Caregiver is definitely one of the strong pillars that makes a difference in their cancer journey. So over here at 365, we for our care leaders, we also reach out to the caregivers as well to make sure that they are coping well. Yeah. And we also have caregivers training over here as well, which make sure that they are equipped with the right skill set to care better for their care recipient.
Wow, that's cool. You've also got telecare through phone calls, WhatsApp, right? So
Yes.
if ever these cancer patients or the caregivers, they need help, they can get in touch with you guys, right?
Yep.
My question was earlier, I also asked Bev, at which point do you jump in and say, okay, I'm here for you? Is it after the diagnosis or, after treatment? How do you reach out to these people, or do they have to get in touch with 365 CPS?
Right. So for this, they have to reach out to us. However, we are doing good work with the hospitals, working together with the doctors and medical social workers, so that we can get to intercept the cases faster, and they can make faster referrals to us, so that we can implement our intervention to them more effectively.
I've always thought that it would be a very difficult thing to do. Someone has just gotten this news. Do they really want to open up to you?
Well, that depends, right? Because everyone is different. We have cases who, want to keep to themselves.
Yeah.
We also have clients who want to share more. We also have clients who want to advocate for this cancer as well.
You've got a story of an elderly lady
Yeah, I mean,
that we would love to hear about.
Beverley has been with 365 CPS for 7
Yeah.
years, so very dedicated, and you've seen many patients, right? Tell us, some of the more interesting or moving stories you've encountered.
Well, for this case of this elderly lady is something that I hold close to my heart because this when I first joined, I think years ago, I was still fairly inexperienced. I was being handled this case. I was told to, reach out to this lady, 70 plus, So I did my due diligence. I reached out to her. I tried to, call her and follow up. And I think eventually I just wanted to say, hey, can I come and visit you so I can put a face to your name? I've been calling you for a while. So she was saying, no, I was met with a lot of resistance. She said no. And what do you know? You're so young. What are you coming here for? So she was a bit on defense, right? So I think one thing that really had a breakthrough was when she had an issue with her TV, right? So she called me. I think I still recall it was on a Saturday. She said that, hey, can I help to fix her TV? Of course, this is not part of our job scope here at 365 to be technicians.
You are TV repairman.
Yeah, come fix my leak, please, also.
Yeah, but I took that as an opportunity to go down and see what I can do for her, right?
Yeah.
So it's really seeing that if I can help, that's great. But it's my chance to see her, so I went.
Yeah.
Of course, on the Monday, on the following Monday.
Yeah.
So I think the rest is history. We have been building rapport since then. However, the case is not being handled by me now. It's being passed to one of my other colleagues.
All right.
Question is, did you fix her TV in the end?
Well, I did. I think it's just the HDMI and the kind of source. Yeah.
So she was very happy after
Yes.
that.
So-
She's like, okay, you can continue to come and see me.
Yep.
So someone listening to us right now has, say, a member of the family who has been diagnosed with cancer. How do they get in touch with you guys? How do you guys figure out what you can do, what should be done?
What's the process like?
What's the process?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question because I think a lot of information can be found on our website. There's this big cancer registration button over there. They can just click that, and then I think it's pretty straightforward. They can just write into us, and then my friendly care leaders will be in touch with them within 3 working days.
Okay. And how do you guys decide what is needed? What's the process for that?
Right, there's certain assessment tool that we use right at the point of intake when we go down and register them. So there are also different kind of services that they will see. I need this. They will take.
Right,
and then
right.
from there on, we will zoom into the kind of services that they need, and then we will intervene it.
Okay.
I'm just looking at the website as well. It's very extensive, right? What you do besides care and support, there's counseling, you provide services, talks as well, and then nutritional support,
Yep.
right? So what are what you should include in your diet on your recovery from cancer, physiotherapy, and you've organized some events as well. These are fundraising events. You want to tell us more?
Yeah, I think we have big ones like Bloom with Hope.
Yes.
I think it's happening every year. It's been for, I think, 3 years now. I think this is one of the event that is on a society level. This is very, I would say, very extensive event that is happening here at 365, which includes a walkathon, and then there's tons of events. It's really like a fun fair. However, it's also for us to put ourselves out there, to reach out to the members of the public,
Yeah.
to really let them know, hey, we are here to serve the cancer patients.
Yeah. And then there are resources as well on the website, right? In case, you just want to read helpful information, while you're going through cancer and, what happens after that.
Yeah.
So a lot happening on the website itself. It's 365cps.org.sg.
So here's the question. We talk about cancer patients coming to you. Now let's talk about someone who's listening now and going, I want to volunteer. What's the
Is
process?
it possible?
Of
Is
course.
Is it possible?
Right, we are always looking for volunteers, right?
How does that work?
So I think it's also on our website, which is very extensive. Saying that there
This is a good website, I gotta say.
It is.
So kudos to the marketing team, right?
Yeah.
For setting up this website. And I think there's also a register as a volunteer button over there. I think we ask certain kind of questions. What are your skill set? What are some of the areas that you're interested in? So they can just reach out to us.
Are there specific qualifications you need for
No.
this sort of thing? No.
Need to know how to
it's
fix
a caring,
TV.
It's a caring heart and an electronics degree.
Okay, so that's all happening on the website itself, 365cps.org. Can I just ask, Bev, you've been with this place for 7 years now. There must be something that's keeping you there. What is, what keeps you, what gets you going every day? When you wake up and you're like, okay, I'm excited to go to work.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, that's a very noble way of looking at this. But I think at the core of it is really I want to do good. Right? I want to do good for this to this society. Right? And in my own capacity, sometimes I don't know what I can do. So really it's being about part of being something bigger and having this organizational goals to do what I do.
And in your personal life, have you had to extend your expertise
Well,
to anybody?
Not at the moment because
Okay.
don't have anyone with cancer in my family. So fingers crossed. However, it can hit anyone. I mean, the statistics shows, right? 1 in 4.
Yeah, 1 in 4. It's very, very high. We're going to go back on air and continue our conversation with Bev about 365.
Power station, and some like it hot on 1FM 91.3. Good times, greatest hits. It's the morning drive with the Flying Dutchman, Kerry Chong, and today joined in the studio by Beverley Yeo. He is from the care and support team at 365 CPS, which stands for Cancer Prevention Society.
Bev, you've been doing this for 7 years. What do you say, and this is you personally, it's not 365. What do you say to someone who's just been diagnosed with cancer?
Yeah.
Well, I think the exact words can be difficult because they are all going through so much, right?
Yeah.
Being handled this piece of news. So over the course of years I've been with 365, I think sometimes being silent is very therapeutic to that person, but your presence being there to accompany them and asking them, hey, what can I do for you? I'm here for you, So being part of their social support is, I think, is very strong.
Yeah, so it's not always about the words. Sometimes it's just silent strength that these sufferers need.
It's not about providing solutions, right?
You're
Not
right.
necessarily all the time. Sometimes just being there and listening.
That's right.
That's all they need. So the care and support team, which is a core part of what 365 CPS does, they offer home visitations, there's telecare through phone calls, WhatsApp, financial assistance as well. A lot of resources that you can tap into. So head over to the website at 365cps.org.sg. Thank you very much, Beverley Yeo, for coming in and joining us. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Absolutely, but very informative.
Yes. So once again, if you want to find out more, go to the website. You can volunteer. In fact, they're looking for donors as well. Everything is
So
at
that
the
is
website.
again done through your website as well.
Yes.
Donations.
That's right.
Everything's
All
done. I want to meet the people who designed your website. Man.
All right, it's 1FM 91.3.
The Morning Drive on 1FM 91.